Hello, what's on your move, madman, and I'm back. And today I got a film that not a lot of you are probably expecting and probably is a little overdue, what with it being released in 2019. But today we're going to talk about Terminator Dark Fate. Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking, why did you even bother buying that piece of shit? To be fair, it was only $6.99 when I got it, so I wasn't really that fussed that I was spending $6.99 on a 4K disc. And it's pretty to look at, so there's that. It comes with a slipcover as well. I made sure there was a slipcover when I ordered it from eBay, so I got that slipcover. There's the back cover for you there. Let's take the slipcover off though, and let's get the plastic off, yeah? Let's do that. God, I didn't know that was going to be so hard to get off. That's what she said. Let's have a look at the inside though, eh? Let's do that. Cool, you got some interesting discs in there. 4K disc here and the Blu-ray here. At least there's a Blu-ray in there, you know. That's a start, isn't it? That's nice, isn't it? So we're going to put this into the player and have a look. And I'm going to come back and tell you about it. So stay there and I'll be right back. So, interesting one for you there. No Dolby Vision on the disc, but it does have Dolby Atmos, and it does have Dolby Vision on Disney Plus. So, interesting contrast for you there. I wasn't overly offended by this film when James Cameron was fully on board with making this, as long as it was R-rated. I was a little bit like, this film's going to be insane, and it turned out it wasn't actually that insane. There are parts of it that are pretty good, but all in all I was a bit like, I don't really know why he had to take this route with this film. I don't really know why they had to make it, to be fair. There are a few sequels that you watch, aren't there, where you're like, this didn't really need to be made. This is a requel sequel as well, so it's a rebooted sequel. Basically it's set after Terminator 2 and ignores all the other sequels that were released after it. I'm pretty sure that was one of James Cameron's conditions of, you know, budgeting this film. He didn't direct it, he's just like the producer. He wrote the story as well. Well, he was one of the 9 people on board writing the story. But it did, there are a few parts of the film that wound me up a little bit. The story behind the aging robot to explain why Arnold looked older, I thought was a little bit silly. And you know what they did at the beginning, which I won't talk about if you haven't seen it, but there's a small incident at the beginning that I was like, you didn't really, why did you have to do that? You've just completely destroyed everything you did in Terminator 2. But you know, apparently it's okay now, so who knows. So yeah, I mean, 4K wise compared to the Blu-ray, the 4K looks amazing. Although the Blu-ray compared to Disney Plus, the 4K looks even better. So funnily, actually, Disney Plus actually beats this, which is funny because I could have just watched it on Disney Plus, but you know, I wanted to have it on disc, didn't I? And like I said, it was only $6.99, so I didn't care. My Terminator collection is complete because it's only one of the 3 that I'd ever bother watching. It's not as bad as 3, 4, or 5, so I didn't mind that. It was nice to have an R-rated one, not a Terminator film that was aimed at children. It was nice to have a more adult Terminator film, so from that perspective of it, it beat the other 3. So out of 6 of them, I probably put this third. So Terminator 2 being number 1 and Terminator 1 being my second. A lot of people have said Terminator 1 was their number 1, but I'm pretty sure I saw Terminator 2 first, so that's probably why I hold it in higher regard, because I saw it first and then I went back and watched the first one and was like, oh, is that it? But, you know, I still enjoy the first one, and as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate it a lot more. But this one was okay. It was just a little bit like, oh, there's women in it, so it has to be about women and glorifying women and standing up for women and women being amazing. Not saying they're not, they just milk it a little bit in this film. You know, a bit like that shot of all the women in Avengers Endgame. It felt like that just all the way through. I'm surprised that they didn't make Arnold a woman as well, because he's one of like the only men in the whole story. So yeah, that's enough about that. A bit of a shorter one for you today, because you know I didn't want to bang on about something that you've already seen or that you don't really care about. So there you go. There's a link in the description where you can get my book, so that'd be really nice if you could get on that. I'd really appreciate that. But I'm going to go now, so if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'm going to fuck off. Okay, goodbye.